Hey there, speculators. Welcome back to Futures on Fire, part of TDG, the Traders Dev Group, software and strategies for active traders and self-directed investors. Tonight, I'm going to do some quick tips and tricks on how to get more out of TradingView. I've done a number of videos on TradingView. We're looking at it right here. That's Trading VIEW. If you're not familiar with it, you can go over to tradingview.com. It has become by far my favorite platform for charting and analysis. Yes, you can get bars of data and look at charts in a variety of other ways, but for what this is, you can start out free, and then there's some very, very reasonable plans. You want to check out TradingView if you're not already familiar with it. So tonight what I'm going to do is tell you a little bit about some tips and tricks on how to get a little bit more out of the platform, things that I'm constantly finding. They're making so many updates that hopefully some of this stuff will be helpful for you. Before I get going, just want to remind everybody where it is, there you go, that this video is for educational purposes. You can pause the video right here to read more about the risk disclosures and disclaimers for my holding company called Ciridor Capital. And you know, don't eat yellow snow, look both ways before you cross the street. All right, so the first little tip I wanted to point out, I'm in a non-logged in state, okay? So I'll log in just a moment. Actually, I'm logged in another browser, so I'm in a non-logged in state. And right here up at the top is a search area, okay? It defaults to ticker, which makes a lot of sense. So if I start to type in AAPL, I'm going to get the symbol for Apple, all right? Which is what I want, which is what I would want in that case. But my first tip today is to actually follow TradingView, okay? So follow the actual company of this platform. And as you can see, if I type that in and this is defaulted to ticker, it's only bringing back not what I want, right? So what I want is I want to actually find the person, TradingView, the account, if you will, and hit return. And now I'm on TradingView. And there are a lot of social aspects to this platform, which makes it really great as well. And you can see here that TradingView has 6,100 followers, not too shabby. But there are actually other members of the TradingView community that have 10,000, 20,000, 30,000. And when you follow, it's similar to other social media environments. You will be instantly notified when they put out trading ideas or updates. So you're kind of like opting into their newsletter, if you will, or to their email list. And it's a great thing to do because they send out a lot of useful information about changes and enhancements and things that are happening with the platform. So you go over to TradingView, you hit follow. So this is a double tip. Follow TradingView, then follow TDG on TView. Let's go back to that. TDG on TView, which is our account over there. See, we want to change this back to people. TDG on TView, there you go. And here you go. Follow us if you will. We have a whopping 63 followers and growing our community very quickly. All right, so there's the first thing. Just get more out of search by searching for either a ticker, a trading idea, educational ideas. Scripts is another it's a little bit more advanced, if you will, if you were looking for a custom indicator or a script. And then, of course, if you're looking for an account, you could just you change it to people, and it'll bring back the right thing. So just a meta search. Pretty straightforward, but it does confuse a few people. Now, if you go ahead and sign up, go to follow TradingView, you're going to get nice emails like this. And this is some of the things I will talk about tonight. The path drawing tool, which is pretty cool. We'll get to that, but this is, again, the benefit of just following TradingView, the first tip of the evening. All right, let's move this out of the way and come to our handy-dandy chart. All right, so some of this is going to not be 100% for beginners. You can check other videos where I go into how to use the simulator for paper trading, how to build a chart template, and a variety of other things. Tonight, I'm just going to talk about a few new enhancements that I've found here. So the first is, up here is where you can select the layout for the way you want your workspace to look. I have selected this layout right here. All right, this has been around for quite a while. Now, again, I'll point out, in most of these features, you are going to eventually have to upgrade to a pro account. You can look for the description below here to save a little bit of money if you want to consider doing that. The plan, I think, is around $15 a month. It's a great investment if you're going to be serious about your charting and your analysis. It's useful to have a tool like TradingView. There's a lot of other benefits. I go into them in other videos. But for tonight, wanted to show an enhancement here, which is down here where it says sync all charts, right? So what you can do is you can actually, let me turn off the crosshair, but now what I'm doing is I'm syncing my symbol across this layout of 4 charts, all right? So if I come over here, right now I'm on the E-mini Nasdaq. This is my main work area, 15-minute. Here is a 1 hour, here's a 4 hour, and here is a 1 day. All right. So if I change it to the ES continuous contract, voila, now all of my charts change to exactly what I'm looking at. So I can quickly at a glance see a 15-minute, and again, these various different time frames. You probably get the idea. Now, stitching charts together has been around on many platforms for a while, but to my knowledge, this is a newer feature because I couldn't have figured it out in the past. So now you can actually sync by, again, clicking right here for your layout and then selecting that you want to sync any of these things. So you can even see if you wanted to sync the same drawing object across multiple charts, you could do that right here as well. All right. Next question and a little enhancement. This is a little visual. If you right click inside the chart and you go to settings, they now have this gradient. Okay, so right now this chart on the left is gray. You can see it's sort of gray there. If I wanted to make it like doubly gray, I could select that. You see now how it has this sort of gradient. Let me show you how it's a little easier to see on like this orange chart here. So I'm going to right click, go to settings, and if I were to change this gradient, the second piece of it to that, you can now see how I have this look. Not suggesting that that's very visually compelling, but there you go. So they've added this gradient component to it as well. I'm going to switch this back, and I'm going to switch this back as well. By the way, as I'm toggling around, you see I can click this active chart, click in here, and then make this chart larger and then shrink it back to the workspace, right? So you probably get that. Let's do one more time. We'll just look at this color if we wanted to make it like a darker blue or something like that. There we go. So you get that kind of gradient look. A lot of people like that gradient look. This one looks a little bit more visually compelling to me. All right, so there is the next thing, which was that. And now let's take a look at this simple new drawing tool, which is Path Tool. I like this because it was something I was able to do on NinjaTrader and a couple others by staying in drawing mode and doing this. But let's say you wanted to just show kind of how price movement in a hand-drawn sort of way. We come over here, and it is right here, I believe. No, it's right here. I will find it. It's Path right here, okay? So Path allows you to kind of stay in this draw mode and go like this and follow the path of what's happening. And then when you're finished with it, let's say it went woo, then it went way down here, then it went up here, then all I'm doing is just following price here. But let's say I want to do some sort of projection up to here, and then look what the measured move was. Okay, so that's the Path tool. Kind of cool. It's an easier way to have a drawing object where you don't have to stay in draw mode and start to draw your arrows in a variety of different ways. So that's kind of cool. Now, the next tip I wanted to get into was the ability to actually import and export watch lists. Okay, here at TDG and Traders Dev Group, we're not huge fans of saying that there's something proprietary about our watch list or exactly what we're watching, or we're going to screen and find the best things to trade, mostly because we're futures traders and we find plenty of opportunity in the 8 major futures instruments that we trade and the corresponding ETFs. But we do have a variety of different watch lists here, and you can see Big Nazi, Biotech, CFD, Crypto, Dow 30, Forex Futures, Momo, popular ETFs. Here's a watch list that I kind of dig, which is the top 25% year-to-date Russell companies, right? These are a lot of tickers you might not hear a lot about. I have a pretty sizable position I've been building in Workhorse since about 13, 14. We've been talking about it in the Futures on Fire trade room and the TDG Pro Trading room as well. So this is an example of a watch list that's I think is kind of cool and unique that I just created from actually from StockTwits is who puts this out. So what you can actually do is you can export any of these, and what they're going to do is they're going to get exported as a TXT file. So if I were to say export this particular list, you can see it's going to export as a TXT file. All right, and then if you have that TXT file, you can come in here, hit the drop down and import, and you can import any TXT file and you will get this whole list, this whole watch list. All right, so I'll put a link down below to a couple of these TXT files where you can go and grab them if you're interested. The one that that I've started recently working with is CFDs. I'm going to do a separate video this week on CFDs, what they are, why you should care if you're a futures trader, some of the pros and cons and differences between these particular instruments and the futures markets themselves. But I'm starting to warm up to them a lot more than I have in the past. For certain use cases, these are interesting. So what I've done is gone and created a list of the CFDs that I like the best that are available as data on TradingView. CFDs are very broker specific, so it makes them a little kind of tricky, and the prices and a variety of other functions of them can be very different depending on the broker that you actually select. So this is a combination of brokers. Most of these instruments are being provided by Oanda, which is if you're familiar with Forex, they're a pretty popular Forex broker, and most CFDs are also offered by Forex brokers. Okay, so the ability to import and export lists, pretty cool. I won't go into these are not tips and tricks. It's very easy to create a new list and just add instruments to it or make a copy. A little bit about that. All right, and then the last thing I want to do is just come over here and go to the More area. This should be pretty obvious, but I have had troubles in the past just finding the darn Support or Help Center. It's right here under More. You just go to Help Center right there, and you're going to also have all these categories that you can select from. So that's the first aspect of More that's helpful. The second aspect of More that's helpful is to go to the blog and news. All right, again, I mentioned at the very beginning of this video that was a tip and trick to follow TradingView, the actual company, on TradingView, and you will automatically get alerts and notifications when there's new blog posts. They post a lot of good information to their blog. Here's information about a new data source that they're adding, and in fact, here's the gradient, life with gradients that I was just showing there. Okay, so it's good to check into their blog, or at least be alerted when they have posted new information to their blog. All right, we'll try to keep this short tonight, so we'll leave it there for the tips and tricks of TradingView. Again, if you found this useful, hit the like, subscribe, turn on a little bell notification, leave a comment if you'd like me to cover anything else. In fact, this is now getting into the realm of software that's so darn powerful, it might be have more features that people either don't know about, or don't use than actual features that we use every day. I'm not saying that's good or bad, but there's a lot of stuff going on in this platform, so probably a little something for everyone in there. So if there's a particular feature I missed or something you think would be useful, please leave a comment. That would be super. Until next time, my name is Rod with TDG and Futures on Fire, reminding you to stay green, trade like you mean it. We'll see you at the next video. Thanks.